everyone, Lau here. Welcome back to my channel and yep, welcome to the haul, vintage toy haul that belongs to the last video, which was a vintage toy hunting trip in a specific toy store in Japan. It's been a while now. I've been back for I don't know what, 2 months already or so, but I'm just now getting around to filming the haul, which kind of is exciting. It's all in this in here, and I haven't had a look at it since I initially came back and cleaned everything, but so far it's just been in this tote here, and now I'm kind of re-experiencing it all together with you again. So the store I was in was called Not a Toy, so not like N-O-T, not, but Knot with a K, Not a Toy, Not a Toy. It's a very small vintage toy store in Koenji in Tokyo, and Koenji is in general an area, an area of Tokyo that is super cool to explore. There's so many thrift stores or vintage stores. There's at least one more toy store that will be in the next video that you will see, but Not a Toy is amazing. It's very, very small, but in my opinion it's maybe the best vintage toy store, 80s 90s US toys or Western toys for girls. All the girly goodness is in there. Not as much like Barbie as, for example, at Spiral. But oh my goodness, I was I loved the store, and the prices were maybe a little better than the other stores that I've been before. But oh my goodness, especially in terms of vintage plush, that was overwhelming. There were so many plushies and so many toy lines that I had never seen before and all of that. So let's get into it. I mean, maybe let's just always grab in here. This is just my notes if I forget something, what is what. And maybe I start immediately with something that you might have guessed that I bought. Yeah, I bought this Yum Yum. It's my very first Yum Yums in terms of the 80s Yum Yums. In what, 2 videos ago or whenever that was, you definitely saw that I picked up some of the not reproduction, but relaunch Yum Yums, little keychains, because Yum Yums is a toy line from the 80s originally, plush toys. This is one of them. They were made by Kenner, or the designs were made by Hallmark, same as, for example, for Rainbow Bride, but then licensed to a toy company, in this case Kenner, and they produced the toys. It's a similar thing for example, Care Bears. The designs were made by American Greetings, but then also licensed out to Kenner. But in this case, Hallmark was the company who made, greeting card company, etc., who designed the Yum Yums. Let me exactly check on the year. I think, yeah. Actually, I always thought they are a little more earlier 80s, but 89 to 91, that's when they were released, apparently. And you saw it in the store. If you have not watched the video, go here, watch the video. It's not a super long one, it's 36 minutes or something, and it's full of, oh my goodness, they had so many of these amazing Yum Yums. But immediately I knew that I liked this one the most. It's a little poodle. Now it's maybe, because he's always a little shadow on this side. I don't know exactly why, because I also have the light over there, but whatever. It's this pink poodle with, ice cream, looks a little strawberry ice cream cones here, and has super cute tongue sticking out, and the name is, well, I said strawberry, it's technically cherries. My brain always went with this color combination to a strawberry, but now it's cherries because the name is Cherry Poodle. Cherry Poodle. You probably, only if you're from Germany, you understand the cherry song, whatever. Not gonna talk about modern talking here, but always when I say something with cherry and something, my brain goes to the modern talking song. Cherry lady, but no, cherry poodle. And There were originally like I think 6 characters. I think they had them all. I don't know. There were all the colors, all of them. Oh my god. I'd never seen the Yum Yums before whatsoever, not at a toy show, not out in the wild. I think they were not sold in Europe. But yeah, this is a Kenner, so actually a US toy brand. And 6 original ones, then they came out with more that were like what party themed or something. And then there was, I think, one more, like an additional one. So 12, like 13 different ones from the original series, I think. They're glittery, and here this is also glittery. I've seen some of this poodle online that are a little more vibrant with their pink color, so this one might be a little bit bleached, but I don't care. I mean, it was also definitely also a little bit about the price, because this was one that was a little cheaper. They had even some that were still in the like plastic bag, which I think was to keep the smell, to keep the scent, because they're scented toy line, and this one doesn't smell like anything. I mean, it smells fresh because I think they clean the toys in the store, they wash them or whatever. But I'm so happy with this one. But I wouldn't say no if I find more Yum Yums. They are all so amazing. Even the reboot line from the like 2011, you know, in Japan, because Japan picked up the license in the early 2010s, and then they made new ones. Plushies, but also a lot of merchandise, and I was talking about this in this other video. Here I've got an original one. I couldn't be happier. So, Cherry Poodle from the Yum Yums, and let's see where I'm gonna put my plushies, because I have definitely, well, for now of course here, but I have an idea where my plushies can go. And let's stick with the Yum Yums. Yes, I bought this tote bag. You might have also like guessed that. I was like always looking, this is so cute, because this is something, it's super cute, but I can also use it. I still don't know exactly, but I'm pretty sure this is not from the original Yum Yums run of the, you know, late 80s, early 90s. I'm pretty sure this is one from the reboot, from the like Japanese one, because the tag looks newer. And I mean, it doesn't say really, it just says Hallmark cards licensed by something. So I can't tell if this is like an old one, but I think from like the designs and all, that has a big Hallmark design here at the back. So my guess is that this is from the 2011 relaunch of Yum Yums. But this is so cute and usable, and also it was like, at first I was like, I'm gonna pick that up, I don't know. But it was very inexpensive. I think it was 700 yen, or was it even just 500 yen? Something under 1,000 yen, so that was maybe around €5. So why would I leave it? Why would I leave it? So other than that, I cannot really tell you much about it, other than of course it's a different character on here. So this is one of the bunnies. So, can you still see it here a little bit? Yeah. Maybe let's get to the first purchase that you didn't see, because I had already like picked out something and had put it like on the side to like always when I put it at the counter, she put it somewhere else, as in, yes, I will buy this. So I couldn't film it because I didn't want to film behind the counter and film her again. But it is actually this Barbie. Yes, I said the store that does not carry a lot of Barbies, especially if, I mean, Japan is not really big for Barbies, but like in terms of Western toys, like the other toys, there were tons and tons of Barbies, but they had a little bit of Barbie. They had some boxed ones, they had some merchandise, and they had some loose dolls, and I was really interested in her because I could see that she is probably a Japanese exclusive one. From the eyes, you can somehow see it, that it is one that, you know, brown eyes. Barbies rarely have brown eyes, where they are, of course, also some that were released internationally everywhere, but yeah, the eyes look a little more animated. And then what I immediately saw, I mean, the dress does not belong to her, that's a normal Barbie dress, but I looked at the body and I was like, huh, she's on the teen skipper body, meaning she is less, you know, curvaceous. How well you can see it. Maybe I just undress her quickly. So she is slimmer in general, does not have as much, in the chest, and also her waist is not necessarily slimmer, but then her hips aren't as wide as the typical Barbie body of the time, because she is still on the superstar face, as you can see. And also the legs, the feet are not as arched. So that's the teen skipper body, because superstar face, etc. So she is from the late 90s, and the superstar face for these Japanese exclusives was, I think maybe even still used until the early 2000s. I'm not exactly sure, but here I was like, is she on the wrong body? No, it's correct. There were, Barbie was never super popular in Japan. That has Lika-chan and everything done by Takara, or now Takara Tomy, is always way more like popular with in terms of fashion dolls in Japan. But Barbie was still a thing, it was still released and all of that. And in the 90s and all, when Barbie was like at its height everywhere around the world, they were also releasing Barbies in Japan, and the normal ones. But in the late 90s they did some special ones, some specific releases only for Japan, with a little bit tailored more towards what Japanese kids would like, and they don't like the super curvaceous Barbies of that time. So I think that was a pretty good choice for them to use a little bit more of a slimmer body, which is the teen skipper body that was introduced in, 96 or 97, and then still with the superstar face, because this is then very similar to the body of a Jenny doll from Takara, so they could better change of the fashion. So I totally understand. I still don't have like 100% identified her. I know she is a Japanese exclusive one, specifically of the body. This face might have been used also exactly like this on some other like worldwide release dolls. I don't remember which one. There was some blah 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 special editions, maybe, I don't know, of around the same time. I don't remember which one. I think Vintage Gaudi Selina on her channel had one, unboxed one a couple of like weeks or something ago, which she has the same face, but no. And I tried to find out which Japanese exclusive this is, but they all have then the same face, but with the white earrings and the bangs. I might think she is the Japan Airlines doll, so the gel exclusive Japanese Barbie, which she did not wear a pink dress or anything. She was wearing like a flight suit, like a something dark blue or something, so very like business attire for being a flight attendant or being a pilot or something like that. She was more looking like that. She has this ring, which doesn't lead me to anything, because I think the ring was put on afterwards, because white earrings and this ring, I don't think that they would ever do a mismatch with jewelry. But she is super cute. She has Saran hair. It's also not super blonde. It's also something that is not very typical for Japanese dolls, that they would make the super bleached blonde. So she has more of this honey gold blonde, very nice still, super nice. But I probably will not leave her in this outfit. That's what she was wearing. These shoes are clearly not Barbie shoes. They are super rubbery and probably Jenny or Lika shoes. I guess they're Jenny shoes, but super cute. This is an original Barbie outfit from a fashion pack from the early mid-90s. Currently don't remember what it was called, but it's from it's a normal fashion pack released also in Europe and in the US. But I didn't have it, so it comes with another Barbie fashion that I didn't have. So yeah, I picked up this Barbie, and she was not expensive at all. I don't exactly remember what she was, but she was maybe 1,000 yen or 1,500. So she was like around 10 euro or less even. So, oh my goodness, of course I'm gonna pick her up. These Japanese exclusive dolls, I have to show her the face again. This face is super adorable. Whenever Barbie is, superstar face, I love it. She's blonde, has bangs, and then she has brown eyes, which is rather rare. Absolutely a hit. As I said, not exactly sure if she is the Japan exclusive, Japan Airlines doll, and not exactly sure what I will dress her in, but good pickup for me, something you didn't see in the video. What else do we have here? Maybe let's get to the angel pocket. I showed it in the video and I was 100% sure I would buy it. It was not super like cheap or anything, but even in Japan I have the feeling the angel pocket like compacts are not that common. But yeah, angel pocket is just the way Polly Pocket was marketed in Japan. Bandai got a license from Bluebird back in the day, in the 90s, and I don't know why, but apparently Angel Pocket sounded better to them than Polly Pocket, and they rebranded it to Angel Pocket. The logo is what you saw here. It's just a little different, but also the compact itself, they are the same molds, apart from that they have the different logo on the outside and on the inside. They just have color differences, and then the dolls also are the same mold but have also color differences and have a little bit of a different face. So maybe the best thing is that I grab the same compact, because this is actually, I don't know how it was called in Japanese of course, but it is actually the Polly's Townhouse, which I do have at the normal Polly Pocket version. So here we have the Polly's Townhouse in orange in the normal release. I'm pretty sure there might have also been color variants of this one, but here for example we've got the on the outside orange with the Polly Pocket logo, and then on the inside it's, you know, purple and light pink and some blue in it. And here we've got the Angel Pocket version, yellow on the outside and completely different colors on the inside. Orange, also blue, but there's also some red. So sure, there are in general Polly Pocket color variants, but here we've got definitely a Angel Pocket versus Polly Pocket version. And I don't have the original doll to this normal Polly's Townhouse. And I don't exactly know if the doll that I got here from the store, oh my goodness. Because like on Angel Pocket I don't find much information online. There is no, like, sure there's the only pollypocket.com, but they don't list the Angel Pocket ones in super detail. But I think they have put the correct doll into this. And here is, oh my goodness, here is the Angel Pocket. She has purple hair, and also the face is a little different. I just grabbed another random Polly Pocket that I have just to show you the face difference. They have longer, like elongated eyes, and the mouth is bigger and a little bit more to the bottom. It just looks more Japanese, I don't know. And of course, they have often chosen weird hair colors, whereas Polly was always blonde in you know, the US and Europe. While these dolls often have like blue hair or purple hair or pink hair or something like that. Not that this is something that's normal in Japan to see people walking around with pink and purple hair, especially not in the 90s, not even nowadays. No, it's I think has to do with also like storytelling in manga and anime, where certain hair colors also often have a different connotation to what the character is. It doesn't really mean always the character has blue hair, but maybe it's an intellectual character, more one of those, you know, nerds or something that then has blue hair also. So I guess in a manga anime, like colorful hair is pretty common. Does not always reflect what people really have like hair colors in Japan, but I think this is why it was very more like natural to them to also give a couple of colorful hairs to the, you know, Polly Pockets. So I got this Angel Pocket. I didn't want to have one in the box or on card or something, which I also saw in this store. I think I even saw it in another store, and I remember a while ago you could find them pretty easy on eBay, especially the ring compacts on card, still not super cheap but also not super expensive, but then of course shipping from Japan. I never grabbed one because I know I don't have any space for carded Polly Pockets. So I was super happy that I found an original Angel Pocket, like out of the card. You can see it is a plate with, because the hinge is not super like stable anymore. It's a little loose, and of course there's a little bit of the gold been rubbed off here from the front, but so I was really hoping to find at least one angel pocket on my trip there. Did that, so success. What else? Ah yeah, let's maybe get to this one. This is actually something, it's not vintage, it's not a toy, but I still picked it up. You saw that I was like digging in those rows and rows of Disney buttons, and I chose one. Of course, we were in the Disney parks there like 4 days. We were in Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo Disney Sea, and it was Easter when we were there. And I was really hoping they had something for Easter, because I'd seen previously in previous years they had done maybe an Easter parade and some Easter merchandise, but nope, they already had their summer celebration going on with, you know, Donald Duck is the king and all of that Quack City thing, where everything was Donald Duck themed and nothing Easter. But I was like, oh, in the past they did always these cute Easter themed things, and I love Easter because, you know, I love painting Easter eggs and I love the Easter colors and all. So I bought one of the Easter buttons, Disney Easter 2017 Tokyo Disneyland. It doesn't mean anything to me about like 2017, I just chose a cute one, and I was like, okay, they didn't have anything Easter themed, but I was there in Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo Disney Sea around Easter, so I wanna like have a memory of at least, like, you know, that it was Easter during that time. And I love these, they are so cute, and I'm really sad that they didn't have any Easter themed stuff, so but I have this. And they were not expensive. I don't remember what the buttons were like. I don't know if you saw it in the video, but they were clearly not like, I think they were under 1,000 yen, so something like around €5 maybe or so. Maybe I remembered wrong, but it was like a totally reasonable thing to me to pick up a Disney button, because, you know, I have this tote bag similar to this one here, but it's with ponies, where I stick like mostly vintage Disney buttons on it. This one's not vintage yet, it's 2017. I mean, it's not even 10 years old, but let's grab another plushie, because yeah, you heard me say in the video, the 3 plushies that I bought in this store. The day didn't like stop with plushies, because I said I went to another toy store and there was even one more plushie I think I picked up. Was it just one or was it even 2? I don't know. It was a plushie heavy day for me. I didn't even really focus on it in the video. I think you saw it, but someone is calling. Sorry. Okay, back here. Yeah, it was sitting very on the top there, and I think I said, oh, there's another one and it's a little bit cheaper than in the other store, and I was really intrigued. I wanted to have one of those. It is a Care Bears cub. Yeah, it still belongs to the original like Care Bears line from the 80s, though it was released rather in the late 80s, and it has a, you know, more like a heart face and flocked. So it has a flocked heart, plastic or whatever it's underneath, rubbery or whatever, face. And this is the Bright Heart Raccoon. So it kind of, you know, two I don't know what you say, zwei Fliegen mit einer Klappe. So like 2 things in one, because I really like the Care Bear cousins, even a little more than just the Care Bears. And then it is one of those cubs, yeah. And in Spiral, so the other toy store from whenever you saw that video, they had a Care Bear of this style, but it was it was way more expensive. I don't know, but it was definitely more expensive, and also it was just this beige, not beige, but like peach color, and the face looked a little dirty and all. I didn't like that one, but like this is so cute. I mean, you probably know the Care Bears. I don't need to introduce you to the Care Bears, but in case you don't know, Care Bears, yeah. They were, I was just talking about, like, you know, designed them and then produced the toys. Yeah, so in this case, American Greetings designed the characters, and Kenner, so we've got a lot of Kenner here, Kenner plushies, produced the toys, plushies, and behind me here also the probably cannot see it, but the little PVC, so the posable Care Bear figurines. and I have a couple more Care Bears behind me here. So I'm a little bit of a Care Bears collector, but I try to stay vintage because, you know, Care Bears have done like so many iterations. Like there was another reboot in the 90s, and then in the 2000s, and then in the 2010s, and now again, like, you know, the basic fun ones, they're also super cute, but I try to just focus on vintage Care Bears. So that means 80s and maybe 90s. And I think those are so weird. They didn't even make so many with this, you know, of the cubs. I think they just made, like 4 of the Care Bears, and then 3 of the Care Bears cousins. And yeah, as I said, this is Bright Heart Raccoon. They came with some accessories. You can see they have this open mouth. Yeah, it already looks like it. Yeah, they came with a bottle. So they were really meant to be, you know, your baby, and you could give them a bottle or something. I don't know. It was probably more meant to be and to go into this play pattern. So they came with a bottle and then with a bonnet, or some came with, you know, little booties. I don't know. So this one doesn't have any accessories, but it's so cute, and I like the size. They are a little smaller, but no, I mean, Care Bears, the original ones, also came out in, I think, 3 different sizes. So these are the smallest ones. And then there's ones that are a little bigger than that, and then there are really big ones. I prefer the smallest size because of space reasons. And then I really like these. They are so, I don't know, I really like them. And as I said, I mean, the first Care Bears probably were released in '83, around that time, because the American Greetings licensed the designs in '81, so it was all across the '80s, and these came out rather later in the '80s. I didn't really find a date specifically on those, but like maybe '87, '8 or something around that time. And now I have one. Something I also don't think was released here. I mean, Care Bears were released here. Still something you don't really find very often in terms of the vintage ones, but I have not really, I'm not very sure if these Care Bears cubs were released here. So they're babies. They're baby Care Bears, and I really like them. So another plushie to my growing plushie collection. Let's not talk about that. What else is in here? Ah yeah, maybe let's get to this little thing, because it's something I also don't think that you saw, and it's also not from me. This is a little gift, another gift from my friend Cotton Candy Kittens, because I know she definitely likes Sanrio and specifically Hello Kitty, and specifically if it's like, you know, older stuff. I know she often like grabs it also from the flea market if she finds something, and I was really on the look for something like Japanese Hello Kitty that you can tell is vintage. I mean, you can go into every single store in Japan and buy something Hello Kitty. That's not like, you know, but this like spoke to me. That they had a lot of that. I didn't even like show it that much in the video where I like filmed the store, but they had a lot of also vintage or older Sanrio stuff, like not necessarily toys, but like merchandise, stationery, little like, I don't know, bags, paper bags, or little, you know, like what's it called, towels, and then all of stuff like that. And this one spoke to me specifically. Let's take it out for quickly, because there's even, you know, Japanese characters. I mean, writing here, katakana at the top, and it says Hello Kitty. It is the typical, you know, Hello Kitty colors from the earlier days. So Hello Kitty, that didn't even used to be that, you know, pastel. It's mostly bright colors, red and yellow and all of that. And I think this is like a washi tape holder or dispenser. It still has washi tape in there. You could still use it. And it even comes with another row. I mean, I say washi tape, I don't know. You know, tape in general, no matter. Washi tape, I think, is something special. It's made of a different material. It's not necessarily washi tape, but it's so cute. And it says, of course, it says 76. Well, it's not from 76. That's when the trademark for Hello Kitty was made. But then it says 96, Sanrio, Tokyo, Japan. So I guess this is the 90s item. So in case you're watching this video, Cotton Candy Kittens, this is also going to you. So because I thought I wanted to bring her something also like vintage Japan specific Hello Kitty related. and I found that in the store. I also bought another gift in the store, which I can't show you here, and I also don't have it anywhere on camera because I immediately gave it to my friend Michi. That's the girl I was traveling with. And she's not she's not interested in toys and all, but she really likes Miffy. Miffy does not belong to the Sanrio characters, although she looks like she could be. But you probably know Miffy. Miffy is actually from a Dutch company, but Japanese people love Miffy as well as they love all of these cute kids. They just love these characters, and so there's a lot of Miffy merchandise in Japan, and Michi always buys stuff like here a bag and there a bag charm and there something for I don't know, small things, or like a little pouch and all of that. And I bought her in the store a little Miffy like piggy bank style thing that probably comes from, I think it had a marking of a Japanese I don't know, like what insurance company or something on it. It was definitely older and was the very classic Miffy. I think she was sitting and it was just a little figurine. I bought Michi, which is also very inexpensive, so she can also have a little Miffy decoration in her home. Don't have that here, but I also bought that. So now there are two more things in here. Yeah, I mean you probably also guessed it. I bought the My Magic Kissing Dragon. My Magic Kissing Dragon. Well, what a long-winded like blah 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 blah, because it needed to have the My in it, like My Little Pony, and then but it's a dragon, and then magic, and then kissing, and oh my goodness, yeah. Technically kissing, I don't know, but they are actually like, they can like dispense a smell or something, like a mist, let's call it a mist, out of their mouth. So I guess it's technically a kiss that you get from them. I always wanted to have one. It goes back to, I don't know what the first videos I saw of, what was she called? She's not on YouTube anymore. She does not do toy collecting anymore. Heather Sparkles or something. She always had one in the box, and I was always intrigued. Oh my god, this looks hilarious, because it's another one of these toys that have a little bit of a My Little Pony vibe. It's not a pony, but it has brushable hair, and it is this rubbery. These are way more rubbery even. But yeah, they were not released in I think Central Europe. I think they were released in the UK because people know them and have them in the UK pretty frequently. But I'm pretty sure like in Germany and whatever, Switzerland, or like the Netherlands or whatever, I don't know, they might have not been released. I cannot tell because they're rather rare to find here, and I've never even had one in my hand before, so I didn't even know they are this rubbery. I know Chad Marvelous had one on his channel, and he was talking about them being very rubbery, but they are really rubbery. In case you don't believe me, they are not like a My Little Pony, they are squishier. They are way more rubbery. What's up with this toy line? So, who made them? They are made by Galoop, and they're a 90s toy line, so they are made from around 1994. I don't think that they had like, it was maybe just this one wave, so they were really just made in 1994, where you could probably get them in 1995 in the toy stores. And they had a feature. I mean, of course they have brushable hair. This one is really curly hair. I just left it like this when I didn't want to re-curl it or anything, because it looks pretty nice, and it's a big huge curl. It's actually more puffy curly, but I like it like this the most. There's, I don't know how many, like 6 or 8 or so of them. They have different poses, so some are like this, and some are like this, and some are like, I don't know, balancing on one leg or whatever, so it's not the same pose always. I'm not sure if everyone has completely different poses, but they have multiple different poses definitely. And of course different colors, but they're all very cutesy and girly. And they come with this flower pot thing. This actually I found out doesn't actually belong to this character, because this character is Smoocher. Smoocher. I needed to check that again. Well, they all have these, cutesy, kissy, whatever names. But this flower belongs to the dragon called Tickles. So you can apparently tell by this symbol that's on here, because this one has a music symbol and this one here does not have the music symbol. I think, I'm not sure, it has maybe this heart symbol, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm not super familiar with this toy line, but I could find out. This is the wrong one to this, but it doesn't matter. They're all pink and they all look the same apart from having a different symbol on there. Because I think this one's probably the one with the heart symbol, because it has hearts and another heart and hearts everywhere. What is the feature and all? So I think you would get something that you could mix in with water, or it was already a watery substance that you got, I don't know, but it is meant that it is a scented thing, so like perfume, and you would pour it into this little bowl here, and then you would make the dragon drink out of it. So by squeezing it, and it would, you know, suck it in, and then when the belly is full, you could, like a perfume dispenser, puff it to everywhere, and it would, you know, very, very, like, you know, thin, like drops of this scented water would then come out. Doesn't smell like anything. I don't know if it was ever used. It just smells rubbery, because the texture of this toy is different. It smells a little rubbery. But yeah, this is the My Magic Kissing Dragon toy line. There were also play sets, really cute. What is it called? Wishing Well play set, and some others, not big ones, but rather small ones. Maybe there's a bigger one, I don't know. But apart from that, I think it was just this one wave and then a couple of play sets. And they're really cute. These eyes are, I don't know, a little bit too wide open for my taste. But they have so cute colors and this whole vibe of them. And the poses are really cute and not just like what, you know, they're really dynamic, that's what I mean. I don't know, I really like them, and if I would find them easier over here, I would totally like collect the whole range of them. They are just like, they're so charming, and I was beyond happy that I saw they had one of them. I think they only had this one. Yeah, I think they only had this one. So, My Magic Kissing Dragon Galoop 1994 Smoocher. And there's one more thing in this bag here. It's a big thing, probably the biggest thing. By the way, I know you already saw it, but here is the logo again of the store. This is, you know, not a toy. Also, even the card, the logo, it looks like absolutely my vibe. And they have an online store, they have an Instagram, and they even have YouTube, although they don't make like specific like YouTube videos where they show the store or anything. They sometimes feature one specific toy, which they showcase a little bit closer. But the store, if you are in Tokyo at one point, go there, it's worth it. Yeah, you already saw it a little bit at the edge here. Of course, I picked up one pony surprise. They had so many surprise pets. I've never seen so many surprise pets, you know, for sale at one point. They had like bunny surprise, they had like 3 or 4 pony surprises, they had of course puppy surprises and kitty surprises, and oh my god, so they had the laying kitty surprise, which were not released in Europe. We just have the sitting kitty surprises. They had bunny surprises, which were also not released over here, but like, you know, I'm a pony girl. I've always been a pony girl and a horse girl. So, and the pony surprise were also not released here in Europe, so I knew I needed to get at least one of them. And I chose this little white girly here with pink hair. Yes, I mainly chose it because it was the least like expensive version. As I said, there was one sitting at the top. And this one was almost like, it was double the price. It was 8,000 something yen, so, and this was 4,400 yen. And the others were in between those prices. It's probably because, of course, this is not in a super good condition. She has a little like, you know, thing here on her chest, which you, I mean, maybe you could bleach it out, but I don't really care that much. So with salon photo cream or something. It also has something over here, but this is like minor things, and I said it already in the video itself. The The hooves technically have this, you know, pleathery material, and of course that flakes off over time. We know that from every freaking Barbie fashion piece that ever had this material. But what I will do, I have not done it yet because I've just forgotten, because I've just, you know, put it in the washing machine and then put it back here in the bag. I want to just use some normal fabric. Paint, that's the word, what I probably wanted to say more. Fabric paint. And I will just paint it pink again. And then she will be super happy. Yeah, also she will happy, but she will also look better than very white. Her face has this blaze here, this pink blaze. I will probably use a similar color for the hooves here. And then she has, you know, just pink hair, a pink mane, and a pink little, normal tail, and she has a little ribbon, and of course she does not have the collar. They come with collars with a little, you know, like a dog tag. The pony had, you know, a pony tag or something on it. And of course this is missing, so there's multiple things why this one was cheaper. And this one only comes with one baby, but it comes with a baby, which at first I wasn't even, like, I don't think you saw it in the footage, but yep, there was one baby attached. I didn't choose this separately. Because they also had a lot of babies separately, but so, and the others had more babies. This is one of the sleeping ones. Oh, this is so cute. The pony surprise. Babies have this mold either in open eyes or closed eyes, and then, you know, when you like adopted your pony or puppy or whatever surprise, you didn't know how many babies it would have. It would at least have 3. I mean, this has just one because it has lost the babies over time. It would at least have 3, and I think maximum 5. And back in the day you could mail in if you just got 3 or 4 to get an additional one. I think. I don't care how many babies it has. It has one, that's absolutely enough, and I love this. Pony surprise, they are so adorable. I'm so like a little sad that in Europe we just had the kitty, cub, and puppy surprise. I mean, kitties and puppies are the most, you know, popular pets, I would say, of course. And I would have exchanged the cub surprise for the pony surprise. But yeah, I mean, they are originally made by Hasbro, and in the mid 2010s, I think, I don't know if it was Hasbro back then still, but they kind of re-released them, so there's newer ones. And I don't know, they kept re-releasing them and then under different companies, so the newest ones don't look very good. The ones from like 2015, also the quality is not as good, but they're still cute. But I of course prefer the vintage ones, they're the cutest. And my first pony surprise. So this one is definitely from one of the 90s, so Hasbro, early 90s, 1993, 2, around that time they were released. They definitely have tags, mostly on the inside, where you can check. So, there it is. 1992, this one says. So, yeah. Ta-da! This is my haul. So, what do you say? Because, I mean, did I good? Was it too much? Was it not enough? Because I have some room, or like some regrets of some things not like picking up. For example, there were these Argentinian pony masks, like really My Little Pony, with these weird masks. They're from Argentina, and I think they were not really expensive there, and they're a cool collectible thing. They're not really cute, but they are cool, like G1 collectible thing. I did not buy that. What else? The pretty crazy curls puppy. I mean, it's so big, but when will I ever see one again? I don't know. The pocket bubbles. I don't know. There was more stuff. There was definitely more stuff. I should have looked better. Like also in the case with the Polly Pockets, I should have opened the little thing with the dolls, but I couldn't get it open, and I didn't know how to ask because I don't speak any Japanese. Like there were definitely some things. Yeah, but it is always a struggle. You have a certain budget because you're on vacation, and the budget is a little higher because of course I saved up for it, but also it was not the last day of the vacation. I had a couple more stores in front of me that I wanted to visit, and also luggage space is restricted when you are on vacation, of course. Luckily I had like 2 suitcases, and one of them was like just, there was not much in when we flew there, so I knew I could fill up this freaking suitcase with lots of stuff. But you know, I did not always, not only buy toys, I also bought fashions and stuff. So I was really at the edge of, I couldn't have put in any more to my suitcases, then it would have been, they would have been overweight. But so I think I did good. I'm so happy with all of my purchases. I can now finally, you know, put them somewhere. Well, not just leave them in these bags here for the hauls. I've now like filmed them, but Yum Yums, Care Bears, Barbie, Angel Pocket, my Magic Kissing Dragon, Pony Surprise. I think it's a very, very cute haul. I hope you enjoyed this video, as well as hopefully you have checked out the toy hunting video itself. So if you enjoyed this one and also the other one, then also give this other video a like and a comment or whatever, because like this store really deserves you know, to be seen. It's amazing. So, but yeah, if you also enjoyed this video, then you can give it a thumbs up, you can comment down below, and if you are not subscribed, then maybe you want to subscribe. That helps out my channel, and for you it's then just easier to find my videos again and be, you know, informed when my videos go up, especially if you push the notification bell. So subscribing doesn't cost any money. It's not a, like, you know, pay thing. I don't offer anything like that. I don't offer a, you know, a membership or anything, because I would not even have time to make any additional videos for that or something. So no, I don't have time for that, and I don't make money with my videos. Anyways, I don't make any, like, not a single cent with my videos, because they are completely like not monetized. I know a lot of people think, and it might even be my job or something. No, I have a normal day job. I work 40 hours per week in a normal like office job, and I just make these videos because they are fun and I enjoy them, and because I hope that more people then, you know, also make YouTube videos. I mean, it's great that I make these videos, but please, if you're thinking about, oh, maybe I should make a YouTube channel with also this content, do it. I want to see your videos. I'm not watching my own videos, but I want to see similar videos. So now enough babbling. So thank you so much for watching. See you soon, and may the toys be with you. Bye!